Hello, beautiful, purposeful people. Welcome to early spring from Houston. Yes, it's a good 79, 80 degrees and a light wind today. So I am absolutely loving it. I am such a Southern girl by heart when it comes to Houston spring and fall. So what that means is I actually love fall, spring weather, right? Because it's perfect and it's not too hot yet. So anyway, in my favorite place again, the dog park, where I love walking, getting in these steps, and obviously reflecting, thinking, okay, let me make sure my baby's being good. 1 second. Okay, made a new friend. How old is yours?
9.
Okay.
He's not the most sociable guy.
Okay.
But it's okay.
Yes, well, mine is about to turn 11 next month.
11 years?
Yes.
He looks fabulous.
Yes, thank you. I've had him since he was 2 months. So thank you. Just coming out here all the time.
I know, this is my favorite place.
Yes,
by the way.
me
I heard you
too.
say that. It's mine as well.
Yes.
I say that all the time.
Yes. Are you from New York?
I am.
I hear an accent. It sounds so good. I'm glad you didn't lose it. Okay, so back to what I was going to talk about today. I'm such a dog mom, like human mom too, of course. Nayara's mommy all day, but I just have to stop in the middle of my work day. I'll put my little away at lunch and try to prioritize my other baby too, because I want him to keep looking and feeling good. And I've heard or felt and experienced also so many stories of people losing their dogs. And you know, if I can just keep him around, I profess over him that he's gonna last until 19, then that's good with me. Okay, so let's get into our topic for today. It is still February, almost the end. It is Black History Month, and I'm feeling inspired to speak from my heart about something that's very important. Now, what I want to say today is there has to become a time in your life where you decide, I could give a fuck. And what I mean by this is when I say there has to be a time and there has to be a space where it's okay for you to act like that. Sometimes we can jump to conclusions, right? So we're not always right. Sometimes our anxiety kicks in. Sometimes experiences we've had that feel familiar kicks in. So we have to have space to give people the benefit of the doubt, to give them chances to, when we have that I'm tripping, sometimes we are. But when something happens, more than once, and I'm not talking about giving second chances to things that are utterly, totally offensive and out of line and just beyond your, what you deserve. I'm talking about things where you're like, that didn't rub me the right way. I feel like this person is low key, hey, and diss me, whatever, whether that be family, friendships, the workplace. When it happens, repeatedly, like enough for you to say, oh, I'm not tripping. Like, I'm not jumping to conclusions. This person, this, family member, this loved one, this colleague, this person I report to, I never say the word boss, because we are all masters of our own fate and destiny, and we are the true bosses of our lives, okay? When we're working somewhere, we are co-collaborating for a mutual purpose. So anyway, they are repeat offenders of this thing. And so when the little things matter, they add up, they deplete your energy, your time, your mind, and your essence. And so you truly do have to have an attitude, a spirit of the ancestors, whatever it may be, that says, no, I can give an F about this person and their behavior, and I'm going to keep moving forward, and I'm going to shine even greater, and I'm going to be even more unapologetic, and I'm going to have to distance myself. And what typically happens is when it comes to that repeat offender, that person that's doing that, they try to play victim because they know that they are the offender or the abuser or what have you. And that is when the I can give a fuck attitude has to kick in. Yes, your message has been left on red. Okay, no, I'm not responding to you in the same way. I'm protecting my peace, my space, and my energy. Because when you have a light and when you have a positivity, a lot of people will take that as a weakness. and or they think they can exploit you, or they think that you are not bold enough to, just because you're a people lover, to X them out. And I've had this happen many times in my life. I've been used many times for popularity and gain, to be quite honest. And the particular people will think that I don't see it. And what I peep is, one, everybody doesn't have to be in your life for ever. So that doesn't mean, oh, we didn't have a good season, we didn't have a great, relationship, what have you. And this has happened to me in many different situations. But once they kind of get out of me what they want, or kind of I don't know, start excelling, or grabbing all of my friends or whatever they wanted to do, they'll try to like diminish me and push me to the side to a certain degree. And if I see it once in a subtle way, I may say like, okay, everybody can be a little jealous sometime, or everybody can, have their moments. But when I hear that comment again, or I see that action again, or it's no. And this also happens in the workplace, where, people will try to either not acknowledge what you do, or they'll say something that diminishes credit. And this thing is like, it's not so abrasive that it's like, oh, I can go to HR for this. Like, they're, I'm not talking about those moments. Like, you don't let those type of things pass and you start documenting those things. But I'm talking about the things that perhaps you couldn't go to HR for, like, okay, she says this on the Zoom calls, or she tries to, pretend it was a group effort every time y'all do things or whatever. Like, you have to be strategic enough to let that person know, in the way that you start carrying yourself, I see you, I'm keeping it here with you, and now I'm going to start being more assertive about what I have done, what I have created, and making sure, and copying people on emails, so that I can give an F about your energy, about your title. Like, I'm serious about mine, and when speaking of the month and the season that it is, and looking at our history, looking at our ancestors and things that they had to go through and things they overcame and how they ascended, the ones that were able to reach mastery of their visions, of their purpose, of their desired peace or whatever, they couldn't wait until people validated their pain. They couldn't wait until others agreed that what they were experiencing was enough. They couldn't wait until somebody else got it, because they did not have the luxury of time or resources. And for us, sometimes we're in an illusion that we can play around with our peace. You know what I'm saying? That we have enough emotional and mental space to continually be depleted, to continually face passive aggressiveness. Oh, let me stop and talk about that right there. There are many organizations where we volunteer our time and energy to, and they can kind of become cliquey, and there can become this thing where it's like they, or the culture or environment of it, just thinks that you're just going to just keep showing up just because, or because you have to. And whether this be a nonprofit, a church, a group for the kids, a board, what have you. I just had a situation the other day. I said, hey guys, I'm stepping down. Thank you for your time. Got a lot going on. And it honestly wasn't really about what I had going on. I ain't always got to tell people about themselves. They know about themselves. But the thing is, if you think that you're going to keep ignoring my contributions and doing little passive aggressive things on the group text, liking each other's comments, never mind, whatever, like that old silly clickiness, competitive, when I'm taking my time, your time is more than money. Taking my time to show up things, to contribute to the things, blah, blah, blah. Like, it takes nothing just to say hi back or thank you for your contribution. But if y'all think that I'm just gonna just keep getting played just to like be here and have this title or to say that I'm a part of this group, you got the wrong one. You know, you really have to have that attitude. I can give a F what y'all think. You can talk about me with your mom groups, whatever you want to, because you're not going to disregard my essence and my presence and ignore my time. There's plenty of other ways that I can contribute to community, that I can support this group, that I can contribute to, you know, my purpose, society, build community, and all these things without you all making me feel a certain way every time we come together. They do not value you. They don't. And they want you to feel that way. It's intentional, especially when it keeps happening. So then you be intentional about removing yourself and showing them, oh, you thought that I was just sweet and positive and just was going to be like the other ladies, moms, people in the group and just keep putting it up with it. It's because you don't want people to talk about me. Y'all can talk about me if you want to. I could give a fuck. That is the attitude that you have, to let people know that you don't tolerate BS, and you do know who you are. And yes, you're positive, and yes, you're engaging, and yes, you love people, but not more than you love yourself. Okay, you don't value being around them and getting their, you know, whatever it may be, approval more than you do your own, the approval that you have of your time and the feelings of yourself. So I just want to share this coming from my recent and life experiences, that you have to have this attitude. And man, I'm telling y'all, when you press that leave group button, that's one of my victories right there. When I've done that in recent years, whether it's been a professional group chat or a friend group chat, like when I'm having this, wait a minute, I keep saying something and I keep feeling something. And sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe that was me. Maybe I'm projecting. No, let me give it a minute, you know, because, and I'm not like saying like, oh, I've experienced so much jealousy and stuff like that. But what I realize is it takes courage to value yourself. It takes courage to shine your light. And there's a lot of people that they got it late, or they didn't have it, you know, don't have it, or as much as you or whatever. And so you do face a lot. You really do. It takes courage to be yourself. It takes courage to be positive. And so like some people, they do want to downplay it or make you think they, you know, mentored you on everything, or they do these little things from even an unconscious space because they're competing and trying to show they have it as much as you. When you just over here like, I'm just like coming out, eating brunch, getting online, sharing my story and business. Like I'm not like really in a competition with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, log off or unfollow me if it makes you feel like you've got to compare yourself to me so much, you know. So my point is, though, I'm a true people lover, I'm a true sister builder, I'm all those things, but I don't love them more than I do myself. And they've got to be pouring into and building me up as much as I do them. If I'm just pouring, but then it's just like, because what some people see, and they'll soak in your energy, they'll soak in your light, and they'll feel like, oh, that's what she does, so we're gonna accept it, but we ain't gonna applaud her. They won't say it, but their actions will. You know what I'm saying? But they'll keep sucking from you. They'll keep accepting it, but never pour back. You deserve to be poured back into, you know. And we have a lot of messages that say, if you're really